Dear students, welcome to this video lecture on state-based model for two area system. Okay, so this is the syllabus in module number 4. So here mainly we are going to discuss about how the state space model can be formed for a two area system. For this, first let us consider the block diagram showing the AGC for two area system. Okay, so this is the block diagram, and already in our earlier discussion we have discussed about this. So in brief, let us see what are the various parts here in the block diagram of AGC of a two area system. So two area system, this upper part of the diagram indicates area 1's AGC, and this lower part of the block diagram shows the AGC for area number 2. Both of them are connected here in order to supply the deficient power to each other, and they are connected over the tie line. So this part is the tie line here. So over tie line they are connected. So in this block diagram, the main parts modeling we can see. This is the mathematical modeling of the governor. This is the mathematical modeling of the turbine we have shown. This is the mathematical modeling of load connected to the area 1, and on the same line in the second part of the block diagram, this is for the governor of area 2. This indicates the turbine of the area 2, and this indicates the mathematical modeling for generator 2 as well as load connected to generator number 2. Then this part once again shows the tie line, and here we can see ACE of 1 and this is ACE of 2. So ACE stands here for area control error, and this area control error, it is nothing but one of the feedback, the parameter calculated from the feedback here. So in area 1, whatever violation in the frequency and violation in the voltage magnitude is taking place, that added together and it is supplied as area control error for the first area, and it is given here in the feedback loop. And taking this area control errors input, the AGC of area 1 will be adjusting its output to match the load requirement at present. Same thing happens in area 2 also. So this delta P12 is nothing but the tie line power we consider. For state space model of two area system, the important parameters we will be considering are this one. First one is delta P reference for the first area, then delta PV1, delta PM1, these three parameters, and the fourth parameter in area 1 we will consider as delta omega 1. Okay, so these are the four parameters of area 1. Similarly, four more parameters from area 2 we will consider, and those are delta P reference 2, then delta PV2, delta PM2 and delta omega 2. These four parameters we will consider from area 2. And this 4 plus 4, 8 plus one more parameter we will consider for state space modeling, that is nothing but the tie line power flow, change in the tie line power flow, which is indicated here as delta P12, or it can also be indicated as delta P tie. So these are the total 9 parameters we are going to consider in the state space model of two area system. So here we go for the state space model for two area system. So for this state space model, we are going to consider the block diagram which we just now discussed in the previous slide. Okay, and we will be writing the state vector here as x. Okay, so this state vector x consisting of total 9 variables. Okay, so just now in the previous slide I was telling you what are these 9 variables. So this 1, 2, 3 and 4, this first 4 variables are from area 1, these 4 variables are from area 2, and this is the variable from the interconnected tie line. Okay, so total 9 variables here we are considering. So this state vector is a 9 cross 1 vector. Okay, from the block diagram we can write the following equations. So here for first variable delta omega 1, we are writing the equation for the first variable. So delta omega 1 is equal to, so 1 over 2 HS plus D1. So this is nothing but the mathematical modeling for generator number 1 plus load connected to area 1. Okay, so that we are taking, and to this we are multiplying by delta M1 minus delta L1 minus delta P tie. So what all these factors are? Okay, so delta M1 in the previous diagram we have indicated it over the block diagram. It is nothing but the mechanical output from the turbine. Okay, so this is mechanical output from the turbine, and this delta PL1 is nothing but the change in the load of area 1, and this is nothing but the change in the tie line power. So upon these all factors this delta omega 1 will depend. Okay, so delta omega 1 we can take as a speed of the first area, or we can also call it as a frequency deviation of the first area. Okay, so that depends upon these all factors. So this equation we can simplify, rather this term we are multiplying into the bracket, and in the expanded form we are writing this for the first variable delta omega 1. Now let us consider the next variables. The next variable we have considered is delta M1. Okay, so this delta M1, okay, so this delta PM1 is nothing but, okay, so this is the mechanical output from the turbine. So this mechanical output from the turbine, it depends upon which all factor, or how can we express the equation for this change in the mechanical output from the turbine, that we can see in this block diagram. Okay, so this first term, it indicates the mathematical model for the turbine. Okay, and where this delta PV is the input to this turbine. So what is this delta PV? It is the input to the turbine, and this is nothing but output of the turbine. So in terms of this we are expressing the equation here, and this equation we can write into the expanded form. Okay, so we have written this same equation in the expanded form, and we are calling this as equation 7.62. Then further, the next important parameter in the first part or area 1 is nothing but delta PV. Okay, so delta PV1, what it is? It is nothing but the output of governor of the area 1, output of governor of first area. So this, how can we express? Okay, so we have expressed it as this 1 over 1 plus STG1 is nothing but the governor's modeling. Mathematically, how we can express the governor. Okay, so that is this term, and this depends upon further delta P reference and regulation, and it is nothing but the delta omega 1. Okay, because it is the feedback given to the governor model. So therefore we have expressed this output of governor in terms of its input and its mathematical modeling. So when we expand this equation, we get this equation 7.63. Further, the next term is delta P reference 1. Okay, so what is the change in reference power of area 1 that we are indicating here? So we have indicated this in terms of various terminologies here which are related with ACE1. So ACE1 we have just seen in the previous diagram, or in the block diagram over here, this ACE1. So it depends upon this KL1 upon S, this input given to this reference. So this delta reference is over here. Okay, so this we are writing here, delta P reference, it depends upon the area control error. Okay, area control error and the power over the tie line. So in the expanded form we can express this as equation number 7.64. Then the fifth important parameter is this delta P tie. Okay, so it is nothing but change in the tie line power. Okay, so this change in tie line power mainly depends upon two factors. Okay, so this change in tie line depends upon delta omega 1 and delta omega 2. So in terms of these two, we can express the change in tie line power, and when we expand this equation, we can write this in the form of equation 7.65, where this time constant T12 is given as E1 into E2 divided by x12 into cos of delta 10 minus delta 20, and P tie is nothing but P12. So any symbol we can use here to express the tie line power. Okay, so this is equation 7.65. It represents the change in tie line flow for a two area interconnected system. Now the sixth parameter, next important parameter we can see here is nothing but all these parameters are related to area 2. Okay, so this suffix you can see, suffix 2 is attached to all this, and these are similar to what we discussed for the area 1. So first one is delta omega 2. So this is the modeling of generator number 2 and load number 2, and these are the factor upon which this delta omega 2 depends. So equation 7.66, it represents this delta omega 2. Okay, so the variable delta omega 2, it depends upon which all factors. Then next one, seventh variable is delta PM2. So as we have seen this for the area 1, this delta PM2 is nothing but output of the mechanical output from the turbine. Okay, so this mechanical output, it depends upon its input, and this is the mathematical modeling for turbine. So in this expanded form we have expressed delta PM2 as equation number 7.67. Then on the same line, delta PV2, we are taking this as the output of governor of area 2. Okay, and in the expanded form we are writing it as equation 7.68. Further, this is delta P reference. Okay, so this is the delta P reference, means change in the reference power for area number 2. Okay, so we have already seen this for area 1. So on the same hand, this is change in the power, reference power for second area, and in the expanded form we are expressing it as equation number 7.69. So these 9 equations here are nothing but the state equations. We can call them as a state equations for our two area interconnected model. Now these 9 equations we can express in the time domain in a standard form. Okay, so let us see how can we express them in a time domain. So in the standard form or in the matrix representation, the 9 state equations we are representing in this fashion. So these 9 equations are represented in this form here. Okay, so here we can represent them as x of t. In the time domain we are expressing the equation. So x of t is equal to a into x of t plus b into u of t. Okay, so in this form, okay, so in this equation form we are expressing them here. So this x of t is nothing but the state variables, the 9 state variables which we have considered, and this is the matrix A, this is the matrix B, this is the matrix X again. Okay, so whatever we have written here, the same thing will repeat here, and this we call as matrix U. So in the matrix form, we have represented the state variables for a two area interconnected system. Okay, so this matrix, whatever we get, this matrix is a 9 cross 9 matrix. It represents the state modeling for the two area system. Okay, so here we can see that some of the authors, they will be using this Kp divided by 1 plus STP for the generator plus load. Okay, we can transform them as follows. Okay, so we can express it as 1 upon 2HS plus D. This mathematical modeling we have used in our earlier discussion in the previous slides for expressing this various variables of state modeling. Okay, so this is nothing but 1 upon 2HS plus D is nothing but mathematical modeling plus for generator and load. Okay, so already when we have considered it, at that time also I explained about it. So this is all about the state space modeling of two area interconnected system.